welcome to Nikki's Scrapbooking Adventures. Today we're here with Melanie for the Calling Creatives, and today we're going to focus on Christmas. Melanie, will you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Melanie. I'm over on A Creatively Crafted Life. If you haven't already checked it out, be sure to do so. But I've been hanging out with Nikki all year now, so I'm sure you have all checked it out.
Yeah,
already.
Definitely, and subscribed, right? So yeah, I've got a lot of feedback. I've gotten a lot of feedback that everybody loves these, so let's keep doing them. I think they're fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's great to hang out and chat all things crafty.
Exactly. So we're going to focus on Christmas this time. So Melanie on her channel, she's going to do Christmas in July, and I'm just kind of tagging along. So I made a couple kits to make some scrapbook layouts while Melanie is going to probably focus more on cards. So if you want some more inspiration for card making or Christmas scrapbooking, you can definitely check out both of our videos. Anyway, let's start. So last year I did an advent calendar for embellishments, and I just have this sucker in a photo box that's Christmassy, so I know exactly that it's Christmassy, and my advent calendar is in the front of it, but I have a whole bunch of embellishments in the back. So when I prepped these, I pulled from the embellishments in the back. And when I say embellishments in the back, they're color-coded in little baggies, and they just kind of stuff in here. So this is my Christmas embellishments.
So when you call it an advent calendar, like, are you just allocating embellishments for each day, or how does the advent calendar work?
Yep, exactly. So there's a couple companies that already do this, and I was like, well, I have so much Christmas, I need to just do this myself and use like my own paper and things. So you can see here, these are numbered for the day. And then I just made super simple pockets out of 8.5 by 11. And then inside there's certain embellishments. So I'll still do documenting December, probably daily, but the goal is to use whatever is in this envelope.
Oh, fun.
So I did not touch whatever's in here. They need to refill it from last year. But instead I touched the stuff behind it, which is the rest of my Christmas embellishments. And then the way that I prep kits has actually changed drastically this year. I started the scrap room where they give you a couple pieces of paper, a couple pieces of cardstock, and some embellishments, and they give you 4 of those kits. And I found that I really, really like that format. And so that's how I prepped my kits for Christmas, is I have a huge bin that's not in any, this is all Christmas. And these are outside of collections. So I have 5 other collections that are dedicated to Christmas. This is how much Christmas I have. It's too much.
I think we all have too much Christmas.
It's unreal. I just love the colors. I don't know. That's probably part of my problem. So I pulled papers from here and did not even touch those 5 other kits that are full kits. And then I use the embellishments behind me to help as well. So I then took a couple pieces of paper with my photos and put stuff together. So for example, my first kit is really simple. It's a lovely evergreen paper.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Really pretty. And then in the back, it's pine cone. But I'll probably use it for this because my photos are from the Kansas City train station, like Union Station. So I just have a couple photos here that I would use. And I put a couple extra pieces of paper. Now these papers aren't all 12 by 12. So these are 2 6 by 8 papers. And then I got an 8.5 by 11 as well. It's really glary, sorry.
Yeah.
And then
these are basically page kits, like you're ready to go, like to scrapbook this. So if you're traveling or going to an event like the whatever craft house for a weekend, you could take all of those items with you and you'd almost be ready to go.
Yep, exactly. So I did the same thing. I've got a photo here of my nieces and nephews. I'm not going to share that, but I've got paper from 6 by 8, some embellishments, all ready to go.
That's awesome.
So I don't have very many Christmas photos to document because I kind of do it throughout the year for challenges and things. And I do a December documenting. So I've got a lot of it done. So this is the one.
Are you up to date on your December documenting?
Yep, I'm done.
Wow. So you're done like December 31st or December, whatever, you're finished. You're
Yep,
like
I'm
that up
done.
to date. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, I stay pretty up to date on my scrapbooking. I think I've got maybe 2 events left for 2022 and then I'm done. And then I'm already documenting like yesterday for 2023. So I'm pretty up to date.
Good job.
Thanks. So then I've got this paper. I only have one paper
Ooh,
and I have a whole.
I love the 49 and market, right?
Oh yeah. And I specifically picked this paper because this is the first time we went out when I had blue hair.
Ah.
Because December last year, I decided December 1st, I'm going to dye my hair blue because I've never had a crazy color in my hair. So,
Okay. Did you dye your whole head blue or just sections?
oh yeah, it was the whole thing. It was really dark blue. I'm still, my hair's a little tinted blue and it's June. So I need to re-dye it or something.
Yeah.
But the next is my son and I dressed up like Mrs. Claus.
Oh, that's adorable. I love it.
So I grabbed some of that Simple Stories. I think it's the Hearth and Holiday, the one that you have.
Yeah.
Then I've got a green, is that plaid? I don't know what kind of, whatever, green paper. And then a Santa Claus 3D pop out. This is really cool. I don't know if you've seen
I was
this
going to
before.
ask you, what are those? Is that kind of like decoupage or whatever they call in the UK, where you layer them up, or paper towel or whatever?
Yeah, so this is actually pretty thin, but essentially you have the background piece and then the top piece and then another top piece.
Oh,
So
okay. You just add some dimension
each of
between
them.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Very
kind of
cool.
neat.
Do they get too thick for your scrapbook layouts, or not too bad?
Not too bad. And what I could do is not use every layer if
Yeah.
I feel like it's getting too much.
Yeah.
But so I've got a little Santa suit, which I think is hilarious, and some paper that's red and some more embellishments.
Wow. I can't wait to see these finished pages. I'm already excited.
They're fun. And so then one that I've been wanting to document, but it's been like really hard to find stuff to do, and I've just kind of been collecting, is this one. This is baby Nikki. I'm in the middle there with my great grandma in the red and then my grandma who raised me in the black. And we visited great grandma in Florida and she has a massive nutcracker collection. Horrible photo.
Oh, wow. Oh, I can't wait to see what line you're using for this.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I know I needed to get documented because I inherited those nutcrackers.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's really cool. So,
oh, that's awesome.
I've been wanting to. So I've got some nutcrackers here in 3D.
Oh, those are perfect.
Yep. And then I've got one of those 3D pop-up things that are nutcrackers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some, just normal.
Yep.
Some sweater weather kind of thing. Yep. It's funny because I think we went in, well, they're both wearing long sleeves, but grandmas wear long sleeves a lot. And I think we went in summer to go visit her, but oh well.
Doesn't matter.
So, and those are my kits. So I don't know. Those were
that's
all
like 5, right?
For Christmas.
Hey, that's still like, I think that's still like 5 or something, isn't it?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah. So that's awesome. If you get five layouts done, that's 5 more layouts done, right? So that's great. And they look really cool. So I can't wait to see what you come up with them. Are you planning on using any techniques or anything, or are you just more like paper embellishments?
I'm probably going to do paper embellishments. I am debating if I want to do the Union Station one or not, because I've already documented a lot of it and it might not even fit in my album. So I don't know. They're really cool pictures, but they may end up just ending in my extra photos box.
Right. We'll see if you're inspired or not, right?
Right, exactly. And it was hard to kind of find embellishments. Like I might actually have to do die cutting for like a train or something on that layout. Right. But again, I've already done that. So it's kind of like, do I really want to do it again?
Yeah, a lot of the same. Are they different photos than the ones you've already documented? Or is it just a different time period?
It's the same time period and the photos are really similar. That's why
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, I don't really need to do that one because I've already got it done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So.
Well, you'll find out when you go to do them if you want to or not.
Right, exactly. Now, one thing that I did want to do, well, I was thinking about doing, is Christmas cards because, like you, I do send out quite a few. And so I was like, do I even have photos for Christmas? Turns out I did. So I just prepped those kits. So I think I might actually start on some cards while watching your videos and playing along. But also, I went to a cherry on top and I just grabbed the images of their card kits so I get some inspiration. So, like, here are all the
Oh, that's
Christmas ones.
great. Oh, that's awesome.
So instead of buying that stuff, I was just kind of like, I've got a tree die cut. I can totally do that. I've got plenty of paper with ornaments on there. I can totally do that too. So
Right,
I was
right.
thinking I just pull what I already have and maybe copy some of these cards.
Yep, yep. Yeah, so, and sometimes you just need to do that. Like you just need that, inspiration to get you going, and then the next thing you know, you've got 80 cards made.
Oh my
I don't think
goodness.
you're I don't think you're aiming for that much, right?
No, I'm truly not, but it would be kind of nice to make a couple extra. So if I have like a friend or two I want to add to my list, I can
Right,
definitely do that or just save them for next year. That's what I'm
right.
finding is I like to send Mother's Day and Father's Day for sure, because I've got 5 people I need to send stuff to.
Yeah,
And so I'm like, okay, how can I prepare for next year so I'm not, the
rushed.
one day before sending out the card that I made the night before. Like,
Exactly, exactly. Speaking of that, I've been thinking of creating like some sort of perpetual calendar idea, but like a bin so that I've got like the months and then I can just slot the cards in as I'm ready to send them out. So I know if they're done or not. I haven't done it yet, but I have 20 nephews and nieces. And so just trying to keep up with birthdays, like I get behind. And then I'm like,
yeah.
I'm so sorry. And of course they live in Canada, so it's not like 2 days it's going to get there. It's, it could take anywhere from 1 week to 2 weeks, and it's taken even longer sometimes. But so I need to really be on my game. So that's something I've been thinking about. If anyone has any suggestions how they kind of keep their cards and kind of plan out cards that they're going to send, I'd love to have some ideas.
I don't have that many nieces and nephews, but just kind of, I don't know, you kind of inspired me like a system like that. You could totally make, a card with a tab that says January, and then on the
Yeah,
front list the cards you need and then check
exactly.
it off when you've got it.
Yeah, that's kind
So
of what I'm thinking, because it's also trying to keep track of everybody's birthday. I'm not very good at it. I know the months that they're born in, and I figured that's good enough. And because of the time difference, what I really would like to do is basically at the beginning of each month, kind of just pull them all out, write them all, send them in one shot. And if they get them early, they get them early, that kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, is that idea of an index card or something with a tab on it. But I'm sure
I feel
there's
bad
someone
for
out
my
there.
sister. So she has 5 people in her family, and 4 of them are born in April.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel bad for her because it's like birthday after birthday after birthday. So
No
I don't
kidding.
send them cards because that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I send them cards because I live so far away from them and I don't see them very often. So it's kind of my way of keeping in touch with them. But yeah, I just have to be a little bit more strategic. Plus, I make all these cards, so they got to go somewhere, right? And
That's true.
who better than your nephews and nieces? So, anyways,
Okay, speaking of cards, this is totally off topic, kind of. So these cards kits have things like never stop exploring and things like that, where it doesn't align to the traditional happy birthday or Mother's Day or Father's Day. Like, do you still send those kind of cards out on Father's Day because it has a boy theme?
yeah. So I have found over time that a lot of the sentiments that come with them, I just drop it. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm making a card kit or something, I just substitute with it my own sentiment. I send by far the most birthday cards and Christmas cards. And hello, those are kind of my most common. I was making a ton of thank you cards there for a while, and then I'm like, okay, I don't need to make any more thank you cards because I guess I'm not a very polite person. I don't thank people very often. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, I thank them in person. I just don't think to send a card, right? So,
Right.
so I'm trying to be a little bit more strategic in the sentiments that I use. So if it says something and I know I won't send it, I'll just swap it out for a birthday or something.
Okay. Like I was thinking, do you just like stamp the actual holiday on the inside? Because that's half the problem is, yeah, I can make the front of the card, but what the heck do I put in the middle of the card? Like,
Yeah, so I actually surprisingly don't usually stamp anything in the inside of the card. I almost always have like happy birthday, hello friend, thinking of you, that kind of stuff on the outside. But there's nothing that says you have to. So you definitely could stamp that on the inside. I just usually write a personal note, which is why I leave the space inside blank. But you can also get stamps that have sentiments in them. So if you want it to be more like a traditional, let's say, birthday card that you buy at the store that has like some sort of verse or something, there are sentiments that you can do that. Or you can just go online and look it up. If you don't want to buy a stamp, just look up something so you know what to put in there. You can do that as well.
yeah, this whole card making thing is totally new to me. So appreciate all of your advice on this.
We're going to suck you into that world.
Well, I found it's really nice. Like when I'm done with a kit, I don't necessarily want to put the scraps back in the kit because I don't think I'll ever use them. So I'll just pop them on a card and then it's a lot easier, right?
Exactly. And the other thing too is like the recipient is just going to appreciate that you sent the card, right? So just don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. You know what I mean? Like if you don't put a sentiment on and you put it in the inside, the person who's going to get it is just going to be happy you thought to send them a card. So just have fun with it. Yeah,
that's true. I have recently redone my craft room, and so I'm starting to do a little bit more card making. So over to my left, I'm going to try to swivel without making you sick. Right there, I have all of my card blanks and then finished cards right above it.
Oh, you have come into a whole new world. Watch out. Next thing you know, you'll have 100 made cards and you're like, who am I going to send them to?
Well, that's the thing. Like I make all these cards with the random like fronts and I'm like, what the heck? Who am I ever going to send this card to? So I don't know. I might be one of those people who start donating to the card drives or whatever.
Yeah. I actually have a box that's going to go to a card drive, but I really like, I need to be better about this. Is another thing I want to do too, is just over the years, especially with YouTube and stuff, I've come in contact with different people. And so I'm not opposed to just sending hi, kind of card to people. And I like, especially from within our community, they appreciate it in a different way than I think a lot of other people do because they know what went into it. And I don't know. I love homemade cards. So, I think other people similar to me would like them too. And if not, you're getting one anyways.
Right. Well, I save all of my cards. So if you send me a card, it never goes in the trash. It goes in a box with the date on the back.
Right. There you go.
But anyway, don't forget to check out Melanie's video on Monday. She did an awesome talk about what she's going to do for Christmas in July as her prep is starting. And then in the end of July, we'll do a project share. So definitely take a look at that.
Come back and make sure you watch that video and all the ones in between, right?
Exactly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.